Imagine waking up every morning knowing that your bank account only grows. Sounds like a dream. For millionaires, this is a reality built with powerful habits, but most people have no idea how to transform their mindset and actions to reach that level of success. The biggest problem isn't the lack of money, but rather how we think and act daily. Studies show that rich people don't just earn more, they manage their time, energy, and resources completely differently. Before we continue, subscribe to the Vibrating Prosperity channel so you don't miss any powerful content like this. And to help you build a more abundant and fulfilling life, we've left a special gift for you. Today, you'll discover 5 fundamental habits that millionaires use to build and maintain their wealth. If you apply these habits to your life, you could completely transform your financial reality. Don't miss it. Chapter 1. Long-term thinking, the millionaire's game. Have you ever stopped to think about how most people view money? For many, the goal is simple: earn a salary, pay the bills, and if anything is left over, spend it on small pleasures. But if you look at millionaires, you'll notice that the way they see money is completely different. They don't think about the present, but rather the impact each decision will have in the coming years, or even generations. A long-term mindset is one of the biggest differences between the rich and the poor. The problem is that most people live in the moment, seeking instant pleasure and satisfaction without thinking about future consequences. This is why so many fall into financial traps like credit card debt, impulse buying, and lack of future planning. Now imagine you have 2 options: receive $1 million now, or a penny that doubles in value every day for 30 days. Which would you choose? If you thought of the first option, know that the second would yield over $5 million by the end of 30 days. That's the power of time and long-term thinking. Millionaires understand that small daily actions, when added up and multiplied over time, produce extraordinary results. There's science behind long-term thinking. Neuroscience explains that our brain is wired to seek instant gratification. This happens because, in primitive times, our ancestors needed to ensure short-term survival by hunting and using immediate resources. However, in the modern world, this mindset can be a major obstacle to financial success. Researchers like Daniel Kahneman, author of Thinking Fast and Slow, show that impulsive thinking often leads us to make poor financial decisions. On the other hand, when we train our brains to think long-term, we can make more rational and strategic decisions. Billionaire entrepreneurs like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are examples of how this mindset transforms financial reality. Bezos, for instance, chose not to profit in Amazon's early years, investing all the money into growing the company. He knew that in the future, this decision would bring gigantic returns. Today, Amazon is worth trillions of dollars, and he has become one of the richest men in the world. A practical example of building wealth step by step. Now, how can you apply this mindset to your life? Here are some practical strategies that millionaires use. Avoid impulse purchases. Before spending money on something unnecessary, ask yourself, will this benefit me 5 years from now? If the answer is no, rethink your decision. Invest regularly. Instead of trying to get rich quick, create the habit of investing small amounts every month in assets that grow over time, like stocks, real estate funds, or even your own business. Be patient. Financial success doesn't happen overnight. Great fortunes are built over years of discipline and strategy. Avoid dubious shortcuts. Many people fall for get-rich-quick schemes because they want immediate results. But true wealth comes from well-planned and consistent decisions. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in the world, started investing at age 11 and still follows the same strategy of investing patiently and letting time do its work. His fortune, which has surpassed $100 billion, wasn't built on quick gains, but decades of carefully planned investments. Now that you understand the importance of long-term thinking, you need to learn the next essential step to becoming wealthy: absolute control of your finances. Having a millionaire mindset won't help if you don't know where your money is going. In the next chapter, we'll reveal how millionaires manage their finances flawlessly and how you can apply this to your life. Chapter 2: Absolute Control of Finances. The game of money under control. Have you ever wondered why some people earn millions and stay rich while others live broke, even with high salaries? The answer is simple. Millionaires completely master their finances. They know where every penny goes, how to make money work for them, and above all, they avoid the traps of waste and unchecked consumerism. However, the reality for most people is very different. Many live on autopilot, spending without control, and thinking they'll get rich just by earning more money. But the problem isn't how much you earn, it's how much you can keep and multiply. Let's analyze a real case. Mike Tyson, one of the highest paid boxers in history, earned over $400 million during his career. Despite that, he declared bankruptcy in 2003, buried in debt due to reckless financial behavior. The same happened to other top athletes and artists. Earning a lot of money without knowing how to manage it is a sure path to bankruptcy. Now, imagine you get a raise or find a new source of income. What do? If your answer is buy something, I've always wanted, or upgrade my lifestyle, you might be falling into the trap of lifestyle inflation, one of the biggest financial mistakes that prevents people from becoming wealthy. The millionaire's golden rule: spend less than you earn. Sounds obvious, right? But the truth is, few people follow this rule. They increase their spending as their income grows. Without realizing, this keeps them trapped in the rat race, an endless cycle of earning and spending. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, has a simple principle. If you buy things you don't need, soon you'll be selling things you do need. Buffett still lives in the modest house he bought in the 1950s and has always been known for his financial discipline. He knows that true wealth isn't measured by what you spend, but by what you keep and grow. Here are some millionaire habits to keep your money under control. Have a clear budget. Do you know exactly where every penny of your money goes? If the answer is no, it's time to change that. Apps like YNAB, mobiles, or even a simple Excel spreadsheet can help you visualize your financial situation. Practice the 50-30-20 method. This is a model used by many successful people. 50% of your money goes to basic needs: housing, food, transportation. 30% for leisure and personal desires. 20% for investments and savings. Avoid bad debt. Not all debt is bad. Debt used to invest and generate more income is a strategy of the rich, while debt for consumption, like credit cards and unnecessary loans, is a trap for the undisciplined. A practical example of how to control your money, like a millionaire. Now let's see how a millionaire thinks about money compared to an average person. Average person receives their salary, pays bills, uses the rest for leisure and impulsive purchases, runs out of money before the end of the month, and resorts to credit. Millionaire, before spending, sets aside a portion for investments, analyzes every expense, and cuts unnecessary costs, avoids interest and pays ahead whenever possible. Uses money to create assets that generate more money. A practical example of this is Elon Musk. Instead of spending millions on personal luxuries, he constantly invests his fortunes in new companies, technology, and innovation. He doesn't see money simply as a way to buy things, but as a tool to generate more money and transform the world. Many people think, if I earn more money, my financial problems will end. But that's not true. If you don't know how to manage your finances now, having more money will only increase your financial problems proportionally. That's why so many lottery winners end up broke after a few years. They never develop the habit of controlling money, so even when they win a fortune, they waste it all. If you want to be a millionaire, you need to act like one. And that starts by controlling every penny that comes in and goes out of your life. Now that you've learned how millionaires master their finances and avoid waste, it's time to discover what really makes money grow: investments. In the next chapter, we'll talk about how the rich multiply their money and how you can start investing even if you have little capital. Don't miss this part, because it could be the turning point in your financial life. Chapter 3. Invest early and always: the millionaire's secret to multiplying money. If you want to build true wealth, it's not enough to just earn money and manage it well. You also need to learn how to multiply it. Millionaires know that stagnant money loses value over time due to inflation. That's why they don't just save money, they make it grow through strategic investments. The problem is that most people think investing is risky or complicated. Some believe you need a lot of money to get started, but nothing could be further from the truth. If you invest just $10 a day with an average annual return of 12%, which is possible in the stock market, in 30 years, you'll have over $1.7 million. Now, imagine if you start earlier and with slightly larger amounts. This is how millionaires build financial empires. The secret isn't in how much you invest, but in the discipline and the time your money has to grow. The earlier you start, the greater the effect of compound interest, which Albert Einstein called the eighth wonder of the world. The power of compound interest, the engine of wealth. Millionaires understand that money can work for them, not the other way around. This happens because of compound interest, which essentially makes your money grow on itself. Here's a practical example. Imagine you invest $1,000 per month at an average annual rate of 12%. If you invest for 10 years, you'll have approximately $230,000. If you continue for 20 years, the amount grows to $1 million. If you keep going for 30 years, your wealth will exceed $3 million. This happens because each year, your earnings generate new earnings, creating a snowball effect. Time is your greatest ally, and the earlier you start, the easier it will be to achieve financial freedom. That's why millionaires don't wait to invest. They understand that delaying investments means losing millions in the future. What do the rich do differently? When investing, while most people save money in traditional savings accounts, millionaires do the opposite. Invest in assets that generate passive income. Stocks, real estate funds, government bonds, and even properties that pay rent. Reinvest profits. Whenever they receive dividends or returns, they reinvest to further increase their wealth. Diversify investments. They don't put all their money in one place. They spread it across different assets to reduce risks. Think long-term. While many people try to get rich quick, millionaires consistently invest over decades. Naval Ravikant, a renowned investor from Silicon Valley, said, "Learn to invest and you'll never have to worry about money again in your life." The reason is simple. Money invested correctly grows on its own, even while you sleep. Where to start investing? A practical guide for beginners. Now that you understand the importance of investing early, how can you take the first step? Here are some options. Treasury bonds. Ideal for those seeking security. You lend money to the government and receive interest in return. Real estate funds. You buy small portions of properties and receive rent without needing to be a direct owner. Stocks. Companies like Apple, Google, and Tesla pay dividends to shareholders and increase in value over time. Cryptocurrencies and new technologies. Despite being volatile, these options offer great potential for long-term appreciation. Entrepreneurship. Starting your own business is also a powerful way to invest, as it can generate high returns. The key here isn't choosing the best investment, but starting as soon as possible. It doesn't matter if you have $50 or $5,000. The important thing is to create the habit of investing regularly. The biggest mistake that can prevent you from getting rich when it comes to investments is waiting to start. Many say, "I'll invest when I have extra money. Now isn't a good time. I need to understand more before I start." The truth is, there will never be a perfect time to start investing. If you wait, you'll lose valuable years that could have made your money grow exponentially. Remember this principle. The best day to start investing was yesterday. The second best day is today. If you don't take the first step now, in a few years, you might look back and regret not starting earlier. Now that you understand how millionaires multiply their money through investments, there's a secret that makes all of this even more powerful, creating multiple streams of income. In the next chapter, we'll reveal how the rich don't rely on a single source of money, and how you can apply this to your life to accelerate your journey to wealth. Stay tuned, because this strategy can transform your financial reality. Chapter 4. Creating multiple income streams, the millionaire's secret to never depending on just one salary. If you stop to analyze the richest people in the world, you'll notice that none of them depend on just one source of income. Most ordinary people earn money only through their salary. This means that if they lose their job, their only source of income disappears. That's why so many people live in fear of being fired or facing financial instability. Now, compare this with the strategy of millionaires. They build multiple income streams so that even if one disappears, others continue to guarantee their financial security. Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, said, "The rich don't work for money. They make money work for them." This means that instead of depending solely on a salary, millionaires create various ways to earn passive income without needing to exchange time for money all the time. Let's explore how you can apply this in your life. Why having only one source of income is dangerous. Imagine you're a tightrope walker crossing a large abyss, but there's a catch. There's no safety net if you fall. This means that if you make one mistake, everything is lost. Now imagine that instead of one rope, you have several safety nets below you. Even if you make a mistake, you'll still be protected. That's the difference between having one source of income and having multiple sources of income. If you depend solely on your salary, you're literally walking without a safety net. And if something goes wrong, like an economic crisis, layoffs at your company, or a health issue, your income can disappear overnight. On the other hand, millionaires create multiple ways to earn money simultaneously. This protects them and accelerates their financial growth. There are three main types of income, and the more you can diversify them, the more financially secure you'll be. Active income, trading time for money. The most common type of income. You earn money through your work, whether as an employee or entrepreneur. Example, your salary from a traditional job. Passive income, money working for you. Income generated even when you're not actively working, creating passive income streams. Allows you to earn money while you sleep. Examples, stock dividends, real estate funds, earning rent without dealing with tenants, royalties from books, music, or online courses. Scalable income can grow without limits. Business models that can grow without requiring proportional effort. Examples, creating a YouTube channel that generates ad revenue, online stores that sell products automatically, info products like ebooks or courses. Millionaires know that the key to wealth is focusing more on passive and scalable income, because these types keep generating money even when you're not actively working. How can you create your first multiple income streams? Now that you understand the importance of not depending solely on a salary, how can you start diversifying your income sources? Here are some practical strategies anyone can apply. Invest in dividends. Some stocks pay regular dividends to shareholders. You can reinvest these earnings to further increase your wealth. Start a side business. It could be an online store, consultancy, or digital service. The key is to choose something that can grow and generate income beyond your salary. Sell your knowledge online. Platforms like Hotmart, Udemy, and Amazon allow you to earn money by selling courses and ebooks. A single course can keep selling for years, generating passive income. Monetize your time smartly. If you have a hobby or skill, you can turn it into money. Photography, video editing, writing, and design are examples of services you can offer online. These are just a few ways to create alternative income streams. The secret is to start with one, and as you gain experience, expand to others. The biggest mistake people make when trying to create multiple income streams. Many people believe they need to create multiple income streams all at once. This overwhelms them, and in the end, none of the income streams truly prospers. What millionaires do is create one solid income stream first, and then reinvest the profits into new opportunities. For example, Elon Musk started with a company called Zip2, sold it, and used the money to create PayPal. After selling PayPal, he invested everything in Tesla and SpaceX. He didn't try to create everything at once. He built step by step. You can do the same. Instead of trying to do everything at once, choose a single alternative income stream to start with. Once it's stabilized, add new income streams to expand your wealth. Chapter 5. Learning and adapting constantly. The habit that guarantees long-term success. If there's one habit all millionaires share, it's this: they never stop learning. While most people believe education ends in school or college, the rich know that learning is an ongoing and essential process for success. They understand that the world is constantly changing, and those who don't adapt get left behind. Reflect on this. How many new skills have you learned in the past few months? If your answer is few or none, this could be limiting you financially. Bill Gates, one of the richest men in the world, has the habit of reading around 50 books a year. Warren Buffett spends 80% of his time reading and learning. Elon Musk taught himself about rockets by reading aerospace engineering books before founding SpaceX. These billionaires have something in common. They understand that knowledge is power, and the more they learn, the more money they make. Why constant learning is essential for wealth. The world changes rapidly. New technologies emerge, markets evolve, and opportunities arise for those who are prepared. If you're not learning, you're falling behind. Here are some reasons why continuous learning is a pillar of wealth, prevents you from becoming obsolete. Those who don't keep up with global trends risk missing valuable opportunities. Opens new doors to earning money. The more you know, the more options you have to grow financially. Gives you a competitive edge. In the job market or in business, those who master more knowledge stand out. Accelerates your problem-solving ability. The more you learn, the faster you find solutions to financial challenges. Now, the big question is, how can you incorporate this habit into your routine? The Millionaire's method for efficient learning. Now, learning doesn't just mean studying theory. Millionaires follow specific strategies to maximize their learning and apply it in practice. Here are a few of them. The 5-hour rule. Billionaires like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and Warren Buffett use this technique. They dedicate at least 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, to intentional learning. This can include reading, online courses, mentorships, or discussions about new ideas. Learn from people who have already succeeded. Millionaires learn directly from mentors and experts. They don't try to figure everything out on their own. They follow the footsteps of those who have already succeeded. Practical tip: invest time in biographies and podcasts of successful people. Test and apply knowledge. Quickly, it's not enough to just read and watch videos. The rich learn something new and immediately test it in practice. If they want to understand investments, they start by investing small amounts. If they want to learn about business, they create something from scratch. Napoleon Hill, author of the classic Think and Grow Rich, wrote, "Knowledge only becomes power when applied." In other words, it's not enough to learn, you must act. Skills that millionaires are always learning. The rich don't learn just anything. They focus on skills that generate financial returns and accelerate their growth. Here are some of the most valuable skills you can develop to become wealthy. Finance and investments. Understanding how money works is the foundation of wealth. Negotiation and persuasion. The better you negotiate, the more money you earn and save. Marketing and sales. Knowing how to sell ideas, products, or services is essential for success. Technology and innovation. The world is changing rapidly, and those who understand technology will always have opportunities. Communication and networking. The right connections open incredible doors in the business world. If you master just 2 or 3 of these skills, your chances of becoming a millionaire increase dramatically. How to build the habit of continuous learning in your life. If you want to get rich, you need to make learning a daily habit. Here are some practical ways to get started. Read at least 10 pages of a book every day. In a year, that equals over 10 books read. Listen to educational podcasts while commuting or doing routine activities. This turns unproductive moments into valuable learning. Invest in online courses and mentorships. Millionaires don't hesitate to pay to learn faster from experts. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow. The environment you're in directly influences your level of knowledge and success. If you adopt this mindset, your financial evolution will be inevitable. The biggest mistake people make about learning. Many people believe that after school or college they no longer need to learn. This is one of the costliest mistakes anyone can make. The world is changing rapidly. Those who stop learning get stuck in time, trapped in mediocre jobs with no growth opportunities. On the other hand, those who constantly seek knowledge are always one step ahead, ready to seize the best financial opportunities. If you want to be rich, you need to learn how the rich think, act, and make decisions. Knowledge is the most valuable asset you can acquire, and no one can take it away from you. Now that you know the 5 habits that make millionaires richer and richer, there's one last piece of the puzzle: mindset and action. In the next chapter, we'll tie everything together and show you how to put these habits into practice to transform your financial life. Stay until the end, because this could be the message that makes the difference between staying in mediocrity or achieving wealth. Chapter 6. What separates you from wealth is the action you take today. Now that you know the 5 habits of millionaires, one important question needs to be asked. What are you going to do with this knowledge? The truth is that most people will watch this video, find it interesting, and continue living exactly the same way. But a few, those who truly want to change their lives, will take action. The big difference between the rich and the poor isn't luck, talent, or intelligence. It's how they use their time and seize the opportunities they have. While some spend their lives complaining and waiting for something miraculous to happen, millionaires take control of their own destiny. The 5 habits that can transform your life into the life of your dreams. Let's quickly recap the habits that can put you on the path to wealth. Long-term thinking. Millionaires don't seek instant gratification. They make decisions that bring long-lasting benefits. Absolute control of finances. If you don't know where your money is going, you'll never be rich. You need to have full control over your financial life. Invest early and always. Time is the greatest ally of wealth. If you don't make your money work for you, you'll always have to work for money. Create multiple income streams. Depending on a single salary is a huge risk. Millionaires diversify their income sources to ensure stability and growth. Learn and adapt constantly. The world changes and those who don't evolve get left behind. The rich are lifelong learners, always seeking new opportunities. Now the most important question, which of these habits are you going to start applying today? The biggest regret you can have in the future. Imagine that 5 or 10 years have passed. You look back and realize nothing has changed in your financial situation. You're still depending on the same salary, stuck in the same difficulties, feeling like you could have done more. Now imagine that you started taking action today. You organized your finances, began investing, created new income streams, and never stopped learning. Which of these futures would you prefer? The good news is that you can choose starting now. Financial success isn't an accident. It's a direct result of the choices you make every day. If you want to be a millionaire, you need to think and act like one. And the decision to change starts now. Leave a comment and let's grow together. Which of these habits are you already practicing? And which one do you need to improve? Share your answer in the comments and let's exchange experiences. The more we learn from each other, the faster we grow. And remember, financial success isn't a destination, it's a journey. If you keep applying these habits, sooner or later wealth will become a natural consequence. It all starts in the mind. If you liked this video, subscribe to the channel right now and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next content about building a more prosperous, abundant, and happy life, just as you've always dreamed. To help you on this journey, we've left a special gift in the pinned comment or description. Leave a like and share this with someone who needs to learn these habits. The more people who know these valuable tips, the more lives can be transformed. Peace and light toll.